All right, welcome to WKMnews.com. I'm Stephen DiLorenzo. Today we're here with Nick Vujicic at Madison High School. Nick, thanks for being here. We're excited to have you in our town.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much.
Great. There's about almost 4,000 students here in the Madison Gymnasium. I know you're excited. Adrenaline's going. We're just about to get started. What do you hope to accomplish with this today?
You know, I'm just so thankful to be able to plant seeds of love, of hope, and inspiration in people's lives. You never know what anyone's going through, and you never know just how much of an encouraging part it is of their life to know that we all go through something, but if a limbless man can get through his struggles, then with the right attitude, with the right values and principles, you can get through anything.
This is awesome. This is exciting work. Like I said, we're excited to have you here. Is there anything you'd like to share to some of the viewers and some of the parents out there that may be watching this that didn't get to come today?
You know, I just want to thank Indiana. I know that this is simulcasted to over 300,000 students over this week, and we're just so excited. We believe that the nation of America, the United States of America, needs a message that is unified, a focus that really wakes up this next generation to know that enough's enough. It ain't tough. We got to stand strong for what is right and love each other, uplift each other instead of tearing each other down. I think bullying is not just in the workplace, it's in the home, it's at the schools, it's in life. And the sooner we can teach people to respect each other and unite, the better it is for this country and its future.
Absolutely. Well, again, thanks for being here. We won't keep you any longer. We know you're about to get going, so thanks again, Nick Vujicic on WKMnews.com.
Love you. Give me a hug. Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay, welcome. We're here with Gary Godby right now. You're the Executive Director of Proclaim. Tell us about what that is and what you do as being a part of the Nick Vujicic in this.
Proclaim's a non-for-profit here in the state of Indiana, and we work with schools, churches, businesses, and governments trying to draw them together to do things they otherwise couldn't do on their own. Okay. Like these type of events, we can do a bullying campaign and get all those different entities to come together as one and pull it off like you see right here today.
This is fantastic. I know a question that a lot of people are going to be asking after this. What is a follow-up to something like this? Because this is a one-time event, but what do you guys have that's going to leave behind?
Thank you. Thanks for asking that. Yeah. Number one, we have a text message system that's one of the most powerful tools we've ever had. And the kids, all they have to do is text the word STRONG, 313131, and it goes to a live chat medic. And they can talk on any subject at any time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they can get an answer within seconds on that system.
That's great.
It's already been tested, it's already been done, and we had 60% of the population that worked on it use the system. So it's a very powerful tool. We also offer the schools a bully box, and the bully box is a product that was built as an app for your phone, and the kids can actually go in there and report bullying anonymously, just take a picture of the actual bullying. So that's another thing. We also will be doing follow-up programs. We have other speakers that we use. Tim Tebow's one we're working with. We have a number of others we work with too. And so we're going to continue to do that, trying to change the hearts and change the soul.
This is great. This is great. Tell me a little more about that text thing. So students can just text that and sign up, and it's a anonymous kind of counseling for students struggling with things?
Absolutely.
With anything. Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. So it gives them somebody to talk to, and they don't have to worry about...
Yeah, so many cases kids won't tell. Right. They won't talk to a counselor, won't talk to their parents, but anonymously they really break out and talk.
Right.
It's a fabulous tool. So yeah, we're very proud of that.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to let the community around here know?
Well, just thank you to Madison, Indiana for allowing us to come down here. We feel very honored to be able to come down here. Your mayor and your president of your town council have been very instrumental in bringing us here. Plus Katie Jenner from the school system has been fantastic. And the whole community come together to do this. You know, this wasn't one person.
Yeah, this isn't something, you don't normally come to communities of this size, do you?
We don't normally come, but we got
the local support.
Yeah, the local support just showed us how much they wanted us here. So, and we're simulcasting this all around the state, so it's not just here.
Yeah, it's another question. You know how many people are going to be watching this today?
We have 276 schools signed on. That represents over 300,000 students. So you never know which ones are going to sign up for what program, but they have the capability of being at least that much. So
great.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much for speaking with us today, Gary. I appreciate it. And Gary Godby is the Executive Director of Proclaim.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Governor Mike Pence. I met Nick Vujicic just a few weeks ago. He came right here to my office at the Indiana State House, and we talked about the message that he's going to share with each of you in just a few minutes. You know, I believe we have the best teachers in America, and they want to help students just like you thrive to your fullest potential. And I believe we've got some of the brightest and most genuine kids you'll find anywhere, and it's my honor to serve all of you as your governor. You know, I know that trying to find your way in this world, figuring out who you are, where you stand, it's not always easy. But I want you to believe that you don't have to do it alone. Your parents, your teachers, your guidance counselors, they care about you. So reach out to them and let them come alongside and support you in your journey. I'm very excited that this live event is being simulcast to schools all over Indiana. I think you'll find this next hour to be very powerful. So get ready, because you're about to meet an amazing man. Get ready to stand strong with Nick Vujicic.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today. I don't know how many of you have seen me on YouTube. I don't know. Has anyone seen me on YouTube? Yeah, a couple of you? All right, yeah. Anyone on Facebook? Yeah, like 3 of you? No. If you see us on Facebook and YouTube, you see me traveling around the world, and my passion is speaking into teenagers' lives, and so I just hope you enjoy this. I always open up with a couple funny stories. When people see me for the first time, they sort of freak out. For those of you who do not know, I was born this way, Lady Gaga style, born this way. No, not really. But if she's watching, here's my little 2 toes. Peace to everyone here, whoever's watching on the simulcast. Can we thank everyone and welcome everyone who's watching on the simulcast? Hello and thank you. Mwah. I just want to tell you that I'm so excited to be here. And when I was a child and my parents told me that they did not know that I was going to, be born this way, and the doctors had no idea why I was born this way. There are so many questions in our life that come, and, when people see me, they're like, what happened? And I go up to those kids and say, cigarettes, right? And I love to have fun in my life. I've learned how to write and type with my little foot. I love my little foot. I can type 43 words a minute on a normal computer. And after 2 cups of coffee, 53 words a minute. I actually learned how to walk as a child, and I also swim. I jump in the pool and I float, and as long as I have air in my lungs, I float. So if you see me swimming, don't make me laugh, because I'll start sinking. But I've also done surfing. I don't know if you heard of Bethany Hamilton. She taught me how to surf in Hawaii. They strapped like a pile of towels on the longboard. So I was laying down and they pushed me into the wave. And I used my head to get up. And I tried like 15 times and I couldn't do it. Like, I was a little nervous because everyone was looking at me, right? The whole beach was like, look at that guy. And so like that extra pressure like made my palms sweaty, right? I was really, I just couldn't get a grip. And so I finally got up and I'm like, yeah! And the whole beach goes wild. And they're like, yeah, rock on, dude. And now I'm up on the board and I'm like, what do I do now? It's like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I've learned how to scuba dive, and I've also done skydiving. That was pretty cool. My knees were shaking. I love my life, and my parents always said, Nick, you don't know what you can achieve until you what? Try. And so many people in life, they never reach their full potential. They never find happiness because they feel like they can't do everything. Now, I'm not saying that everything is possible. I'm not going to be an NFL star. That's not going to work really good, all right? I mean, I'll probably be a football better than an NFL quarterback, right? I want you to know that there are times in life where things happen that don't make sense, that limit you. But I want you to know that you have more power about your full potential than you think. And when kids would come up to me and tease me and put me down, I had a choice to either believe them or not believe them. When the little voice in your head says, oh, you're not good enough, look at your hair, look at your pimples, right? Oh, I wish I was taller, I wish I was shorter, I wish I was more popular. This is what we're going to be talking about today, how you can live your life to its fullest. And when I was going to school, man, it was difficult, but I did learn how to do quite a lot of things. And there were times where I tried something and failed. And, you know, I would have that sense of humor, telling the kids, you know, cigarettes and stuff, and that humor has not left me. I actually traveled last year alone to 26 countries, met with 7 presidents and spoke at 5 congresses. And when we fly a lot, I get bored. You know, I don't have any thumbs to twiddle with. And so I got my friends to put me in the overhead compartment. You know where you put your bags up, right? They put me up there so I can freak people as they go by. And believe it or not, on a 6 o'clock in the morning flight from Dallas, Texas to Los Angeles, which is where I live, Los Angeles now, we actually dressed me up as a pilot and greeted the passengers as they got on the plane. Seriously, it was the best. It's on YouTube if you don't believe me. People were walking down the jetway, right, 6 o'clock in the morning, so they're half asleep, sipping their coffees, and they come to the door and they see me with the hat, the jacket, and I said, good morning, my name is Captain Nick Vujicic, welcome aboard, and thank you for flying with us today. And they're like, no way. I'm like, uh-huh. They're like, how do you do that? Is that like with some brainwave technology? And I'm thinking, uh-huh. So people, like, they don't know what to do, and the kid's like, this is gonna rock, dude. This is gonna be cool. The parents are freaking out. They walk on the plane. They sit down. They're like, did you know about this? No, I didn't know about this. Did we wait for the next plane? I don't know. Who do we talk to? They were freaking out, man. Anyway, so I get on the plane and walk like this, right? And I look down the aisle of the plane, and all the heads are like, and I got the microphone and I said, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for boarding so fast. And they're like, oh my gosh! So I love freaking people out. The funniest story, I told them I was joking. But one day I was in a car. This is the best one. Last story. I'm in the car and we're at the traffic lights and this car comes up next to us and this girl's looking at me. So I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. And all she sees is my head. So I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I'm going to freak you out. So I love to have fun, right? No one's going to handcuff me, right? Sorry, Governor. I love you too. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now, imagine my head. That's all you see. You don't see the rest of my body. I loosen the seatbelt with my mouth so then I can freely move. Now she's looking at me, why are you eating your seatbelt? So with 100% attention, she looked at me. Imagine all you see is my head. I just did this. And she thought my head did a 360-degree spin, and she's like, ah! So good, so good. I want you to know that I don't know who you are, and I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how many of you have seen and witnessed your mom and dad separate or fight or argue. I don't know how many of you have been sexually abused. I don't know how many of you have ever thought of giving up. And I just want to tell you right now that I'm not here today for you to look at me and say, well, look at me. What are you complaining about? That is not why I'm here. In fact, I believe it's worse being in a broken home than having no arms and legs. Having arms and legs is arms and legs. But it's not about if you have arms and legs or not. It's about the condition of your heart. And the biggest thing for me that was my disability was the fear of being alone. You've had that fear. I'm sure you have. F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. I had that when I went to school. I was like, man, I need to have friends. I want to have friends. That's okay to want friends, but what I actually tried to do was change myself. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't change the fact that I have no arms, no legs, so I'm gonna fix my hair differently. And then I'm gonna speak differently. And then I'm going to start swearing because just swearing is just so cool. Because everyone around me swears, and if you don't swear, well, then you're not cool. No one ever told me that. But you sort of want to fit into the mold of what you think other people think you should be. I want to tell you right now, every single girl, you're beautiful just the way you are. You are gorgeous. I don't care how you look. I don't care what you wish you could change. You girls are beautiful. And you boys, you're the man. And you don't need to use the F word. I want to ask you, who are you? How much of what people know about you is really the real you? How many of you have actually changed you to the point that you're sort of wondering, well, yeah, I'm changing so much, but I don't even know if that's really me anymore. And you go home and you're in your bed, and when no one's watching, who are you? Who are you? Are you a giver or a taker? Are you an encourager or a discourager? No one's going to ask me, hey Nick, can you be my friend because, I think it'll be cool to be your friend, because you're popular. That's not a friend. A friend is someone who loves you for you, who's there for you, who will take time to listen to what's going on in your life. For me, I wasn't even a friend of me because I would let the voices in my head say, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. I want to tell you right now, I don't know what grades you have at school, and sometimes you feel like your parents only focus on you when you do something wrong or when you're not doing good enough. As long as you've done your best, that's all anyone can ask for. Sometimes we have these standards. It's good to do your best. But if my son, by the way, I just got married in 2012 to the most beautiful woman inside and out, and 1 year and 1 day after we got married, my son Kiyoshi James Vujicic was born, and he's 19 months old and he's already my height. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like you can't meet up to the standards, but I want to tell you, it goes a lot deeper than that. It's about you loving yourself first. I can't talk about unity in any of your schools. I can't talk about unity in Indiana. I can't talk about love and acceptance until you love and accept yourself. Until you give yourself a chance. Some of you girls like, well, I'm never going to be happy until I get a boyfriend. I just want to be loved. You see the guys walking down the hallways of the schools holding their girlfriend's hands. They're doing this walk. Yeah, she's my girlfriend. She's hot. You touch her, I kill you, right? We act tough. When I was a kid, I saw everyone being able to run. I can't run. I saw everyone doing stuff that I couldn't do, and I started feeling alone. Don't limit your vision to your life. Don't limit your joy in your life to your circumstances, because I did. And I want you to know that that is a great disability. If you see this book up here, if this book represents the future as to when I was 8 years old. Do you understand? So we're now in the future. Nick's 31 years old. Today, we know that I'm a speaker. Today, we know that I'm married, that I'm a father, and that I'm happy. But when I was 8 years old, I didn't know that was coming. And I was thinking to myself, there is no hope. There is no future. My mom and dad were helping me at home. My dad actually is in the crowd here. And I want you to know that my dad and my mom are so amazing, but they would tell you they're just like any other parent who loves their child. And I'm sorry if you don't feel that your parents love you, but even if your parents don't love you, I love you. I believe in you. And don't give up on you because I nearly did. I tried to give up. Why? Because the lies were taking me away from all that I could be. Well, what lies? You're ugly. You can't do anything. All the voice in your head. You're never going to get a job. You're never going to get married. You can't even hold your wife's hand. You can't even hold your children if they're crying. You're going to be alone for the rest of your life. You're just a burden to your parents. Your brother and sister have arms and legs. What's up with that? Just give up. There is no hope. There is no faith. There is no God. Just give up. At age 8, I actually tried thinking and imagining jumping off the kitchen counter because I had enough. Kids at school would tease me in my elementary school. Oh man, how cruel is that? So many people say, what do you mean elementary school kids were teasing you? That's so bad. Well, why is that so bad? Well, can't they see that you're already going through something difficult? I mean, that's bad. Let me ask you, if I was at this school and I had no arms and no legs, would you or would you not have teased me? Maybe, maybe not. Why do you think that I'm different than anyone else with arms and legs? Why? Because you can see my pain, you can't see theirs. You don't know who in your school that you're gossiping about actually has an alcoholic father. You don't know at your school who's already on depression pills. You don't know in your school, I don't care who they are, I don't care how confident they come off, we are all going through something. And my bullies, just like anyone else, they were just having fun. They didn't understand. At age 10, I tried to drown myself in my bathtub. I turned over 3 times, and the 3rd time I rolled over, I had one thought that stopped me. And the thought was, I don't want to leave my parents with that pain, because they did nothing but love me. You know what my parents did? Every morning, they'd say, okay, Nick, are you ready for school? And I'm like, yeah, I know it's going to be hard, but okay, I'm ready. Okay, now, don't worry, you're special. Don't worry about what anyone else says. You're beautiful. Okay, and I go to school, and as soon as I go to school, they're like, baby, and I'm like, and I come home, and I'm like crying, Mom and Dad, I don't want to go to school anymore. Why? Because they're teasing me. They're putting, don't worry, you're beautiful, you're special. It's going to be okay. Okay. And kept on going, and keep going. And eventually, I matured through. I want you to know that I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. And don't let anyone tell you who you're not. I don't care about how you look, how smart you think you are, how popular you are. I believe every single human being has value. You have value. You are no less important than an orphan in Africa. Why would you think you're less important than an orphan? Why would you think an orphan in Africa is less important than you? Same principle. Why do you think that you're more important than someone else in your school? You're not. We're all beautiful, but you're not more important than any single other person. We are all the same. And we're all looking for the same thing. It's hope. Take one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Sometimes you fall down. Let me illustrate to you. I'm going to show you what courage is. I'm going to jump off the table, do a backflip, and land on the floor. Okay, let me show you courage. You ready? Are you guys ready? Girls, are you ready? Boys, are you ready? Sparta! Right? Here we go. Ready? One. Ready now? Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm joking, man. Are you serious? If I did that, I would break my arm or something, all right? Sometimes you fall down. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to jump off. I'm just going to lay down here. Ready? Hello? So what do you do when you fall down? Get back up. Okay. You don't know what you can achieve until you? When you fail, what do? I want you to know I don't know what goals you have. I don't know what job you're going to have. But I want you to find happiness and to never give up on you. I don't care if you become a janitor cleaning toilets in your school that you're going to. 20 years from now, if your job is to clean a toilet at your school, I'll tell you right now, I don't care. Whatever job you feel you want to do that makes you, whatever doors that maybe are limited to you or not limited to you, your job and your occupation does not define your value. Do you understand me? I'll tell you why I say a janitor. Because the janitor at my high school changed my life. It wasn't my dad who told me that I was going to be a speaker. My dad thought I was crazy when I told him I wanted to be a speaker. It wasn't my mom. It wasn't a family friend. It was the janitor who looked at me one day and he said, "Nick, you're going to be a speaker." And I said, "You are crazy." And I'll finish that story later. But no matter what you're going through, you can get through anything. It's a little early in the morning to do this. There we go. So today I want to ask you, will you give up on you or will you not give up on you? For me in my life, I'm thankful. I not only finished high school, guys, I did a double degree in accounting and financial planning. I graduated at 21. At 21 years old, I went straight into full-time speaking. How did I become a speaker? That janitor said, "Nick, come and speak to some students at our school. They gather every Friday. It would be so good if you can just share your story." I'm like, "Dude, I don't have a story." He said, "Yes, you do have a story." I said, "No, I don't have a story." And I finally went, because he twisted my arm, and I went and I spoke, and people were crying. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yes, I was just touched." And I said, "Who touched you?" I didn't understand the concept. And my phone started ringing. "Nick, can you speak here? Can you speak there?" And I started speaking. And in front of 300 students, I found myself at age 19. I had 7 minutes to talk. 3 minutes into it, half the girls were crying. One girl in the middle of the room couldn't stop crying. She put up a hand and she said, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but can I come up there and give you a hug?" And in front of everyone, she came and she hugged me and she cried on my shoulder. And she said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. No one's ever told me that they love me. No one's ever told me that I'm beautiful the way that I am." And my heart fell through the floor. Because if my dad and mom never told me those two simple things, I wouldn't be here today. If you've ever thought of giving up, never, ever give up. I want to ask you guys, do you trust me with the time given to me? Can I ask for something that's pretty unique? I want to do a quick survey so you understand where I'm going with this. We're talking about bullying here today. I would like everyone to bow their head and close their eyes, including teachers, every single person. Now I want you to raise your hand in the air. Raise your hand in the air and open up your hand. With every head bowed and every eye closed, keep your hand up nice and high. And I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and if your answer to any of the questions are a yes, I want you to put your hand in a fist. Does that make sense, everyone? Yes? Okay. So put your hand up nice and high. I want to see every hand. Open it up. Here we go. The first question I want to ask you is put your hand in a fist if you have ever thought of committing suicide. Go. Open up your hand. Second question, put your hand in a fist if you've actually tried to commit suicide. Go. Open up your hand. Put your hand in a fist if you've tried to commit suicide because of abuse at home. Go. Open your hand. Put your hand in a fist last question, if you've tried to commit suicide because of bullying at school. Open up your hand. Put your hands down. Now this changes the note a little bit, right? Are you guys interested in knowing the results? Yeah? So here it is. 1 out of 3 in this room of 4,000. 1,200 plus. 1,300 students in this room have thought of committing suicide. In this room. 1 out of 6. What would that be? 4,000 divided by 6. 600. 600 students in this auditorium told me that they've tried to commit suicide. 100 in this room have tried to commit suicide because of abuse at home. If you're being abused at home, please tell someone. We are here as a school to help you out. If you don't want to talk to anyone at this school because of your crisis, or you're feeling alone and you don't know and you don't even want to open your mouth and you just want to text someone, listen to this. Text 313131, a number. It's an app called Remedy Live. They are a partner for this outreach. We want to help you. We want you to know that you're not alone. You can tell us anything. And if you text the word strong to 313131, you will get a live person ready to talk to you in 15 seconds. It is not automated. We are here. You can remain anonymous if you wish. But we are here to help you. So 100 people have tried to commit suicide because of abuse at home. Here's my first question to you now, with your eyes open. Don't say anything. Have you ever bullied anyone? How do you know if you're a bully? Very simple. If 3 people think you're a bully, I've got some news for you. You're a bully. If you spread gossip, yeah, then you're just as bad as the person who started it. Someone can start gossip, but if it stops right there, it's not as damaging. So if you spread gossip, you're just as bad or even worse than the person who started it. So how many students at your school, I know we have 5 schools here. Here it is, ready? How many students at your school is too many to commit suicide or try to commit suicide before we say enough is enough? We got to stop. Isn't it if I told you that only 5, represented by 5 schools, and it was everywhere. It wasn't just one school, it was spread out. If I told you that one person at your school tried to commit suicide, you know what that means? They may have written a letter, they might be cutting themselves. They may have already planned how they're going to commit suicide. I mean, you have to plan it before you actually try. They told me that they tried. If one person tried to commit suicide in your school because of bullying, here's my question. Is that not one too many? 300 students in this room have tried to commit suicide because of bullying in your school. 300. Half the reason why people are trying to give up. Well, it's just fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. How possible is it that one of the people that you've teased are one of those people? Does anyone know that I was trying to give up? No. Is it really worth it? No. No. Because that one person was me. I want to ask you, are you a bully? Are you okay with being a bully now? I want to tell you, just because you've been bullied doesn't mean that it's okay to bully. Put anyone down. I want you to understand, first of all, again, how beautiful you are. The things that you can be thankful for. What's your mission? What's your purpose? Let me ask you, put your hand up with your eyes open if you ever want to change the world somehow. Go, put your hand up. Really, put your hand down. Put your hand up if you ever want to try and make a difference in the United States of America. Put your hand up. Really, great. Put your hand down. Put your hand up if you want to make a difference in Indiana. Put your hand up. Really, put your hand down. I don't believe that you ever want to make a difference in this world until you make a difference in your school. When I am a husband, girls, you don't need a boyfriend to feel loved. Well, I love him. People are sexually active before marriage, and that makes you feel wanted and needed. Girls, you don't need a boyfriend. You need a husband. So if you ain't ready for a husband, don't get a boyfriend. I never had a girlfriend unless I was ready for marriage. I'll tell you why. Because when you get a teenage boyfriend who's full of testosterone, do you understand? If you have a boyfriend who likes you for how you look, if that's 51% or 50% or 40% of why you think that he likes you is because of how you look, do you really want that kind of a guy to be with you for the rest of your life? I don't ever want my future daughter to have a boyfriend who likes her and is with her just because of what she does for him, what he makes, what he feels when he's with her, and because, she's hot. Because I'll tell my daughter, if you're with a guy who likes you because of how you look, and you get married and you have a couple kids, just ask your mother and your grandmas if your body changes. Your body changes. When you're 25, you're not 17. When you're 35, you're not 25. So when you're 35 with your 3 kids and you're working your butt off in your life and trying to hold the family together, and if your guy likes girls because of how they look and he liked you because of how you look, guess what he's going to do when he's 35? He's going to look at the 22-year-olds walking by. You think you want that as a husband? No. When I was courting or dating my wife, it was in a time of my life of crisis. You know when someone loves you and how deep someone loves you when you go through crisis. How they comfort you, how they believe in you, how they stand strong with you. I told my wife, because I went through a financial, personal crisis. When I told my wife that I lost all my money, she didn't flinch. She said, "That's okay. I don't care if you lost all your money. I'll get a nursing job and support the both of us." I'm like, who is this woman? I have no arms and no legs, and now she's going to go get a job and support the both of us? That's the woman I want. That's the mother of my children. That's who I know will never leave me. Not just when things are convenient. The average relationship of a high school relationship is what? 3 weeks? No? Yes? Pretty much. Maybe 2 weeks, 5 days, 14 hours, and 36 seconds. Oh, I'm with another guy. Oh, really? What happened? Oh, I just didn't like him. We just weren't working out. Really? Sex is not love. Sex is not love. It's an expression of love within a marriage. You can sleep with anyone you want as many times as you want, and you'll never still feel loved sometimes. Money, drugs, sex, alcohol, pornography. Just because everyone else around me is doing it, it's fine. Actually, it's very, 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 very dangerous. You get into an addiction you can't get out of. You think that you're strong? Then be strong for your future wife. Be strong for your children. If you're not a virgin, don't expect your wife to be one either. How can you have 3 different girlfriends, sleep with all 3 of them, and then hopefully you're going to marry a virgin? Are you kidding me? If you want a respectful, mature, amazing wife, you're going to be the respectful, mature, amazing husband. That's what you need. You don't need a boyfriend. You don't need a boyfriend. And you guys who are in abusive relationships, well, I love him and I know that, he doesn't treat me really good, but, I'm never going to get anyone else. Yeah, you won't unless you dump him. Give yourself some dignity. Give yourself a chance. Girls, you're beautiful. School does end. I know it seems impossible that you'll never get out of here. I know that feeling. But school comes to pass. And you move on. I want to ask you, what does your future look like? Is it money? Or if I just had enough money, then I'll be happy? No, if you give me $1 billion and my mom dies of cancer, am I going to be happy? No. If my wife dies? No. If my son dies? No. You can give me all the money in the world. Nothing can replace them. What makes you happy? Take one step at a time. Don't expect respect until you respect others. Some of you like your teachers. Some of you don't like your teachers. Quite frankly, you have no idea what some of your teachers are going through either. And bullying's everywhere, but it starts here. Let me ask you, who are you? You men, you don't need to be cool. You don't need to grow your biceps. My biceps were so big they fell off. Do you understand me? Do you want to know why people think I'm cool? It's because of how I've become who I am. If today was my last day, if today was my last speech, the very last speech, and I drop dead on this stage, and I have a funeral in 5 days, they're not going to say this. Nick Vujicic, born 4th of December 1982, motivational speaker, evangelist, best-selling author, actor, got a Best Actor award in a film that Clint Eastwood awarded. 35 film festivals, entrepreneur. He was a double graduate in accounting and financial planning. He started his speaking career at 19. He traveled 3 million miles around the world, met with 12 presidents, spoke at 8 congresses, 12 countries in 2013, put him on TV to 400 million people. He spoke to 6% of the world in 17 weeks in the year 2013. Big deal. They're not going to talk about achievements because Nick Vujicic was Nick Vujicic before he became a speaker. It was who Nick was that they'll talk about, how he loved, how he was patient, how he believed in people, how he tried his best in everything he did. Let me ask you, stop putting your achievements at the highest rate and stop putting other people's opinion at the highest rate and start loving yourself. Do your best and God will do the rest. That's what my parents taught me. And I'm not here to talk about religion, but my faith in God has given me all the strength that I've needed in my life. And I don't know what you go through for hope. Some people think that all you need is a positive attitude. No, not when your 13-year-old son has leukemia. A positive attitude is not enough. You know what you're looking for? Hope. Everyone say hope. Say it again. Say it again. One more time. So what's your hope? Do you have hope? Yes, you do. What about the ones who have tried to commit suicide because of bullying at your school? Where is that hope? The hope is when we realize that we need to stop. The hope is when they realize they don't have to worry about what other people think of them. But don't rely on that. Today, there might be some people who hate their life because of you and your friends. And you don't care. You don't. You couldn't care. Well, that's what makes them stronger. Really? Who said that? Really? It didn't make me stronger. When my wife has a problem, I make it my responsibility. I make it my problem. I try to fix her problem. If my son has a problem, I make it my responsibility. I make it my problem. I try to fix my son's problem. There are 1 billion people going hungry today, and my mission before I die is to inspire 400 million people to stop world hunger with $10 a month. $4 billion every month, $1 billion every week to build hospitals and schools and orphanages. It is possible. I'm only 31 and I've seen people. I've seen the pain. I've seen death. I've seen starvation. I've seen the girls who were sold into forced prostitution, sex slavery, 10-year-old girls sold by their parents for $700 US. I don't want that. That's my problem. I'm going to do something about that. There are 300 people in this room who are trying to commit suicide because of bullying in this room. What are you going to do? 3% of us generally are the big bullies. I'll do my quotation marks. Big bullies. You like that? Laser. Big bullies. Let me ask you right now. Are you one of those 3%? Or are you one of the 3% that the bullies continue to pick on every day? Or are you part of the, 94% that see it, accept it, laugh along? Or do you go up to the victims? Are you one of the 10% that goes up to the victims and pats them on the shoulder, don't worry about it? Who are you? If today you're a person who could say, you know what, Nick? At least 3 people think that I'm a bully. You know what? If this is the case, in the small chance that one of my victims are one of the 300, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done. Someone gossips about me, I ain't gossiping back. Someone teases me, I ain't teasing back. What if 94% of the school, including then the 3% of the victims, look down upon the big, tough bullies? And it just ain't cool. What if we never started spreading gossip anymore? Is it possible? Yes. If it weren't possible, I wouldn't be here. And I got a letter from a headmaster of a school in Hawaii saying that after my visit, they haven't had anyone bullied and teased for 8 months straight. Possible. So today, if you know that you're a bully, and you don't want to be a bully anymore. The reason why we called this the campaign for Staying Strong is I want us to stand strong. I didn't see one person who didn't want to change the world. I didn't see one person who didn't want to change Indiana. So here's your opportunity. What if Indiana was the first state where bullying was done? First state. What if your school stopped? Today, if you know that deep within your heart you are a bully and you don't want to be a bully anymore, 3 people or more think that you're a bully and you don't want to be that person anymore, you're ready for a change, you know your school needs a change for the sake of that one person at your school. If you know that you're a bully and you don't want to be a bully anymore, stand strong to your feet now. If you're watching on simulcast, do it there. If you know you're a bully and you don't want to be a bully anymore, stand to your feet now. I'm going to wait. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 100, 120. This is not a time to talk. Stand up and remain standing. If you stood up, stand. If you're not serious about this commitment, sit down. If you're serious about this commitment you want to make, stand up. Now. Please. Is there anyone else who will make a commitment today? I will do my best. Everyone say, do my best. To not bully anyone else. Stand up, final call. Stand up in the simulcasts. Stand up all here. Final call. Is there anyone else here? Last chance. I want everyone to repeat after me. Say today, with passion please. Today, I have learned something. I will not leave it behind. I will do my best to respect myself and others. I will do my best to love myself and give myself a chance and love others and give others a chance. I will do my best to stop bullying and stop bullying when I see it. I will do my best to be the change in my school, in Indiana, in the United States, and the world, to the best of my ability. Give yourself a big round of applause. I love you. You know those little kids are like, I love you this much, right? Well, I love you so much that you can't even see my hands. You understand me? Madison, it's amazing to be here. I want to thank your superintendent for bringing all the schools together. Did you guys enjoy today? Do you think that this whole country should do a simulcast like this? What do you think? Would you dream with me for that? Dream with me for that? Pray for that? I want to tell you all I love you from the bottom of my heart. Jay, I know you have a microphone. I know we only have about 10 to 12 minutes left here on the simulcast. We want to tell you that we have some time now for questions and answers. I also want to do an announcement at the end of those questions, so we'll go for 10 minutes. But if you have a question, not a comment, because when I start asking people for questions, then they say, oh, I don't have a question. But if you have something else in a question, I love you, I thank you for whatever you wanted to say. But only if you have a question, whatever the question is, please go ahead and raise your hand, and Jay will come and give you a microphone. So for the benefit of others who wish they were here to make a question, go for it now. I know you have a question up at the top to the left. 1 second. Jay's coming. Everybody say, thank you, Jay.
You're welcome.
Everyone, get your phone out, please. Everyone, get your phone out. No, you don't have your phone? Okay, it's fine. Your teachers did a good job. All right, here we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
What school are you from?
Madison Junior High.
Wonderful. I love you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. What's your question?
Okay. It's about your 8-year-old self.
Yes.
If you were given one of your books, would you open it?
If I was given one of my books, would I open it? Mm-hmm. I think would I have arms and legs or no arms and legs, an 8-year-old?
Like if your brother or sister were there and you asked them to open it, like, hey, could you open this for me, please?
Yes. So okay. So
Yeah.
if I have no arms, no legs, and I see a book of a front cover, good-looking guy without arms and legs, with the title of Stand Strong, I would definitely open it up, just like I'm opening that. So I would do that. If I had arms and legs and I see a limbless guy, if I have arms and legs and I see a limbless guy, good looking or not, on the front cover of Stand Strong, and you see in the school hall the children behind, the teenagers behind, and you see the pose of me, like this, Stand Strong, I would be intrigued how this limbless guy would be so happy, be so strong, because even with arms and legs, I don't feel strong. So I probably would open up a book if someone gave me the book. I don't know if I'd buy it, because you'd have to sort of look through it and say, I don't know if I should buy it or not. Is it really worth $15? I don't know how much it is, but yeah. But anyway, that's the big thing. So that's a really cool question. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
This is first come, first serve. So
Hey,
hi.
um,
What's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Can you put the microphone right up to your mouth, please? Go for it.
Can I come down and meet you?
Of course, coming down, give me a hug. Is that your question? I love you. Come on down. All right, Jay, next question. Come on.
We're coming right over here.
Yeah. And the next question or any other questions cannot be repeated. So she's the only one who gets the hug. Oh, you're crying. Come on down, honey. All right. So who? Yes, sir. Hi.
How long have you...
What's your name? Sorry, first.
Hunter.
Hi. Nice to meet you, Hunter.
Nice to meet you, too.
Great.
So how long have you been doing this, just trying to stop bullying?
You know what? I really started focusing on stopping bullying for about 4 or 5 years. Like I started speaking 12 years ago, and the first 7 years was just trying to bring an inspirational message of hope. And so sometimes I got speaking motivationally in front of corporate events. Sometimes, because I'm a Christian and my faith in Jesus has helped me a lot, I go to churches or we do some evangelical outreaches as well. And that's where I share my faith. But really the bullying focus has really blossomed in the last 4 years. So thank you so much for your question, Hunter.
Back here, Nick.
Thank you. Hi, Jay. Great. Who we got? You guys doing so good.
Hello, I'm Max.
Hi,
I
Max.
love you.
I love you too. Thank you, sir.
What is your daily routine like brushing your teeth and getting dressed?
That's a wonderful question. Thank you so much for your question. So when I'm traveling especially, even though my wife is with me most of the time, I have a caregiver. Gus is somewhere here, and he carried me on stage. I don't know if you saw that. So I have a caretaker. If any day I need one and we travel and get me ready, I've learned as a teenager how to brush my hair, brush my teeth, dress myself up with actually tailored shorts. So instead of a zip, I had Velcro, and I can actually dress and undress myself, have a shower. And my mum was a nurse, and she saw the doctors with a foot pump, and soap would come out on their hands, so they don't touch anything. So we put a foot pump in my shower, and then foamy shampoo gets on my head, and then I rub the wall with my head. I keep the wall clean as well. So these days, I'm happy to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to have a caregiver. So I'm blessed to have the team around me to help me out with those things. When I'm at home, I'm quite independent. I can take myself to the restroom as well. I'm not going to give any details because that's pretty gross. But I have learned to be independent. Thank you so much for your question. Jay, we're just going to give this beautiful girl a hug. Give me a big hug on behalf of everyone. I love you. You're beautiful. Okay. Love you so much. All right. We'll take a photo back there. All right. So don't go anywhere. All right.
We're way up here.
Yes.
When did you decide to write the book?
When did I decide to write the book?
That's right.
This is my 5th book. It's become #1 in 6 countries around the world. And so I started writing my first one when I was 27. So 4 years ago, 2009-ish. 2010 it came out, and that one's called Life Without Limits. It's a good one. But I started writing books. My wife and I, talking about relationships and love. Everyone say love. My wife and I, we wrote a book about love and marriage. Not that we are experts at marriage, because we've only been married for 2.5 years. But we just felt to share our experiences with other people, to help you, encourage you, people looking for love, people who've lost in love, people who feel alone, whatever it is. We just really go deep in our relationship and our previous experiences before we met each other, just to encourage everyone to know that it doesn't always pan out the way you think it is, or it's not always what you think it looked like. But it's a positive book. Trust me, it's not a negative thing at all. And you'll see me and my beautiful bride on that cover as well. So check it out in November. You can start pre-ordering that in October. So I just wanted to share that with you about books. Next, Jay, where are you?
All right,
man?
we're back here. We're back here. We have Lane back here, all the way in the back.
Hi, yes, see you now. Yep, hi.
How do you eat?
Really cool question. If it's a hamburger, we cut it in quarters, and then I pick it up with my mouth and very neatly eat. Or I can just get someone to feed me if I'm pretty lazy. So, yeah, cool.
Right here.
Yes, sir.
Hi. First off, I love you too.
Thank you.
I'm Allison.
Hi, Allison. So nice to meet you.
Thank you. What is the best joke you've ever played on someone?
I really like the spinning around thing. I think that's really cool. I like the pilot thing. I would like to no, probably not really, but I'll tell you what I would never do, but I would like to do one day if I could, but I wouldn't do because it's so dangerous, is dress me up as a surgeon as the patient comes in and says, that's so horrible. How could you think of that? I don't know. That's where my mind goes sometimes. Yes, Jay.
All right.
It'd be fun, right? No. It'd be
Hi,
bad.
I'm Cassie.
Hi, Cassie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
I was wondering, can I come give you a hug?
I'm so sorry we can't repeat the question, but I love you. I'll give you a second question. I love you. I'll give you a hug from here. I love you. Sorry. Next question. Wait. Give her a second chance. Do you want to ask anything else? Oh, honey, I love you so much. I'm so sorry. Can't do any more hugs here.
We have time for one more question, Nick.
Yes, please, Jay. Thanks.
I don't know why she's looking at you. She should be looking at me. I have the microphone.
Yeah, but that's okay.
You come over here.
Hi, honey. What's your name?
My name's Allie.
Hi, Allie.
My question is, do you have a bucket list, anything you've always wanted to do in life, like anything, like roller coasters or anything cool?
Yeah, like all the theme parks, they'd never let me on any roller coasters because they're scared that I'm going to sue them for an arm and a leg and fall out somehow. I don't know how, but anyway. The thing that I would like to do that I may try next year, apart from a music album, which would be pretty cool, I did a single called Something More. It's on YouTube. There's about 4.5 million hits on that song. But I want to try drive a car. I have a wheelchair. I haven't brought it out here, but there is this really cool, funky, handmade wheelchair that we made from the ground up, and it obviously goes with the electronic joystick, and so I want to drive a car on a racetrack with a joystick. I would always want to do that, so thanks for your question. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for asking me those questions. Real quick, can everyone just look at me for a second? I want you to understand something really quick. I gotta open up my note here. So if you feel like you need someone to talk to, you will have someone on Remedy Live. If you just text 31, everyone say 313131, and you text the word strong, everyone say strong. Someone in 15 seconds will respond to you. It's not automated, it's not computerized. It's a real person ready to talk to you who understands you don't want to talk, but you want to text. Tonight, everyone say tonight. There is a mutually exclusive, which means separate from our school tour of 6 days, starting with this school, 1 today more, 4 on Thursday and Friday. Apart from those government-helped, endorsed events, motivational, against bullying, me and my team from Life Without Limbs, from our faith-based 501c3 nonprofit organization called Life Without Limbs, also wanted to open up the doors tonight for anyone who wanted to bring any friends and any parents or anyone along. You can't bring your cat or your dog, but anyone else to tonight at 7, everyone say 7, for free at Cathedral High School. Now, there are only 1,500 seats, but tonight will be simulcasted, and the link will be on my Facebook. I have 5 million followers on Facebook, so that's the profile you click on. Everyone has made a fake profile of me as well. So find the real Nick Vujicic on Facebook with 5 million fans nearly. The link will be there. If you can't make it tonight, watch it online if you wish. And we have tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night simulcasted online through my Facebook link. So please come along. I'll be sharing more about my faith in God. If that's of interest of you, great. If it's not of any interest of you, that's okay. But I just want to tell you, you're welcome. We love you so much. God bless you all. And I thank you for being such an awesome audience. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish I could hug you all, but please understand we need to drive straight away to another school in downtown Indianapolis, so please forgive me. I can't hug you, but I'll give you a big hug here. I love you and thank you for hugging me.
And on your way out, please, there'll be people stationed at the door with the bracelets that have the 313131 Stand Strong. If you'd like one, take the chance to reach in and grab one, all right, as you walk out. And just remember, it doesn't end here. It starts here. Your new life starts here when we walk out the door today. Thank you so much for your hospitality. I'm going to turn this over for dismissal. One more thing.
Before you get dismissed, everyone look up here. Everyone sit down for a second. Some of you sitting, some of you standing. Look at this. I have a wristband that can go on your ankle too. When you wear this bracelet, you will be reminded of today. You'll be reminded that your value is not determined on other people's opinion. And you'll be reminded that you can get through anything. They're for free. They're at the door. Grab one. Thank you again for today. Have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Hannah Miller, and I'm a student here at Madison Consolidated High School.
I'm John McCarty.
I'm Hannah Walker.
And today, what I really took away, well, there was one moment in Nick's speech that I really enjoyed more than anything else, was when Nick asked if a bullies would stand up and take responsibility for their actions and take a new step forward in becoming new people and to stop what they were doing. And when he asked for people to stand up, at first no one would, and everyone sort of looked like they were deer in the headlights. And I think Nick was expecting that, and he's just like, I'm going to wait. And, you know, as everyone sat there, we all had time to reflect upon our own actions. And slowly, one by one, students all over from several different schools began to stand up. Before long, a majority of the auditorium was standing, and that really made me recognize that everyone does things that are mean. We're not all perfect people. And even if you think of yourself as a nice person, you can take this step forward and you can recognize your own faults and try to make up for them and try to become a better person.
And then what I took away from today was I liked how everyone came together, and we had multiple businesses help chip in with the costs, and different schools come together. And when he referred to the school in Hawaii, that they've been 8 months without bullying, that just blew me away. And I was just like, I wish we could do that and help the other schools also, that we could just totally get rid of bullying together, and that would all help our schools, and people would be able to learn more, and they wouldn't feel downgraded by others. And so I just think that if we take the challenge he gave us and overcome this, then we could end up making our whole town and community better from this.
The big thing that struck me today was Nick was talking about the 3% of bullies, how there's always that big 3%. And it amazed me how many people are not in the 3%, of how there can still be bullies, but just not in the 3%. I mean, you think of all the things that people can do and the things that they can say, or we have that one person in particular that we really just don't like. But there's more type of bullies than just the big ones that physically abuse and emotionally abuse each other. But we all can make a difference. And I think that's the thing that struck me today.
Hi, I'm Jordan Dean.
I'm Seth Bronner.
Lexi Bennett. And what I took away from today, I just really enjoyed the amount of respect that Nick got from all of our students, because when you get a lot of students in a bunch of schools in a room, there tends to be a lot of talking and a low buzz, but when he spoke, there was silence. You could hear a pin drop. It was awesome that he was able to come here and to inspire so many people.
I'm Seth, and a big part of Nick's message was just being kind to others and treating others with respect. And although I feel like that's almost should be a common sense thing as humans that we treat others kindly. It's not like that in today's society, and I'm glad there are people like Nick who are realizing this and finally roping people back into how we should behave and act toward other people, because we are all equal and humans and the same, and Nick realizes this, and the problem is slowly getting fixed.
I'm Lexi. My favorite part of the speech was how I think everyone finally came to terms with bullying when he said the numbers of the students and the 4,000 people in the crowd had thought about, have tried to, and the causes of committing suicide. I like how he addressed it and how everyone just kind of stood back, and it was not a fun speech. It was it was fun, but everyone kind of understood the message deeply.
I think this speech thing was really good for us all to hear, and it'll make a huge difference in our school, I'm sure, and I hope that everybody takes it to heart and realizes how much a difference they can make by just being nice to people and paying attention to others. Yeah.
I loved watching Nick Vujicic so much. His talk was inspirational, it was moving, and it was so incredible to watch him talk. I'm sure that when we come back to Shaw Memorial, that everyone will take what he said to heart and that it'll make our school a much better place.
I think this will encourage people not to give up.
I feel like this will help people realize what other people are going through. Like, everyone has their own problems, and I don't think everyone understands that, and I think this will help people to eventually understand that.
I thought that Mr. Vujicic's speech was very moving and very important. I really enjoyed that he talked about the teen suicide and how for everybody to get help with that, because that's a very important problem in high schools today, and it needed to be addressed, and I think that his speech will really help out in schools.
After this speech that was given by Nick, I really feel moved and motivated from the speech, and I feel like he addressed so many things that needed to be spoken with throughout the high school, such as bullying and suicide, and that there are always people that you can contact, and I felt like that was really good for people to hear, because it's really a big problem and issue.
In the beginning, when he first started talking about him growing up and everything, it really just touched me, because we think we have a lot of problems and stuff, and it's not as bad as we think. There's greater things and stuff, and the fact that he just kept on saying that he thought about giving up but he didn't, and that really touched me, because I have been in that situation, and I really think I am a lot stronger since he spoke. I really am going to try to stop bullying in my school. I don't want to see anyone out of those 300 that he said to commit suicide. So,
I'm Zoe Cole, and I thought this event was really good. I thought he showed a great message to the kids, and I think that our school will be able to help end bullying, and I hope that Indiana is one of the first states to end bullying.
Trayton Griffith, this was really awesome, very inspirational, very motivational. I've seen him very, very much online, so I got used to what he was going to say, but just today it was really cool. It really was.
My name is Natalie Newman, and his speech really touched home with me. I am one of those 3% who think about what would happen if I were to just disappear, and I think that every school should have the chance to have him come and talk, because it really touches the heart of the ones who go through the things he had us talk about.
My name is Abigail Wynn. I'm president of Team Lead, which is the organization that worked on the logistics of getting him here. And I think bringing him to our school definitely helped spread a message that a lot of people really needed to hear about self-confidence and self-worth, and really believing in yourself through trials and tribulations.
I'm Chad Eisen. I go to Madison High School, and I'm a part of the Team Lead. I really thought that this presentation will help, because it'll help kids know that, there's people out there to talk to, and that bullying can really be stopped. And I I really think it was beneficial to the whole school.
Hi, I'm Kyla Brown, and I'm a senior at Madison High School, and I'm Vice President of Communications for Team Lead. And I just took away that basically everyone has struggles in life, and we need to realize that everyone is going through a tough time and situation, and just that we have people and resources around us to help us through the times.
I'm Reed Dirksen. I'm a senior at Madison Consolidated High School. I belong to Team Lead, and I'm one of the leaders in Team Lead. And the impact it made on me today for Nick's speech was probably seeing like people that you would not expect that would be bullies to stand up out of their comfort zone and proclaim that they are bullies. I saw people that have bullied kids at our high school for a long time and stood up and tried to stop what they're doing. And I think as a whole, as a community, we can stop this banishment of bullying.
Hi, I'm Carrington True. I'm a junior at Madison, and I am a representative for Team Lead. The thing that impacted me most today was Nick asked us a survey, and all of our eyes were closed, and we raised our hand. And if you had committed or thought about committing suicide, if you tried because you had troubles at home, or if you tried because of bullying at school, and the numbers that he saw and did quick math in his head were crazy. He made the point that what was the number was too many of kids who tried to commit suicide at your school. And I think that meant a lot because you don't know what everyone is going through. And I think that when you bully people, you don't know what they're going through. And that person who raised their hand thinking about committing suicide could have been someone that you were bullying last week. So that definitely is going to stay with me. And it was very inspiring to hear Nick's message and learn about his life.
I'm Hannah Doty. I'm a member of the crew for Team Lead here at Madison. I think that Nick will impact our school definitely, but I think he will have an impact on our community as a whole, as this was simulcasted throughout the community. I think that people will realize that bullying is a real issue, and that if you yourself believe that you're beautiful and you're perfect the way you are, you can fight that bullying alone, but it's always nice to have a friend, and Nick had many friends growing up, and that's very inspirational.
All right, I'm Riley McGarry, and I'm from Madison Consolidated High School. I think that he really spoke about how you can target bullying by starting out in a smaller school scale and then going up, and it'll eventually affect your community. And that's...
I'm Grace Spencer, and I'm also from Madison, and I'm part of the Team Lead program. I think that he made a large impact on our school by having us raise awareness about how many people truly are suffering. I don't think people realize that many people had thoughts about suicide or had even tried to commit, and I think he helped realize that we need to treat people nicer and how much of a difference that each individual person can make at our school.
Hi, I'm Nash Grooms from Madison Consolidated High School, and I'm a part of Madison's Team Lead, and I think he left a major impact on our school because he really just opened everyone's eyes, because I believe that a lot of kids nowadays aren't really open. There's like a kind of a block that it's more of like an ignorance that we just don't take in how other people feel, and so that causes bullying, other problems amongst peers. And so when he was starting to read off like statistics and actually saying like, you know, there is a number of kids who thought about suicide and bullying and how they're bullying, and that's when people see that, it really impacts everyone, opens other people's eyes, and I really feel like that's special.
Hi, I'm Shay Elslick. I'm from Madison Consolidated High School. After hearing Nick today, I am sure that the impact will be great within our school. There were so many people who were engaged in the activity, and I think it will make a big difference in not only our school, but our state.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm with Madison Consolidated High School, and the thing that touched me the most with what Nick said today was when he said that if you wouldn't make fun of somebody with no arms and legs, you shouldn't make fun of anybody, period, because he said that we're all equal and that you should never think that you're better than anybody else because really you're not.
My name is Catherine Fisher, and I'm from Madison Consolidated High School. I really appreciated when Nick said that everyone is equal. A lot of people are, there's different classes in high school, you know, popular people in different classes, and everyone is struggling inside. And so I think that if everyone can appreciate that everyone else is going through something that may be just as difficult as theirs, and we can work together to get through our problems, and we don't have to pick on someone for their specific issues.
Okay, now we're here with Lieutenant Sly. You're a resource officer for the local schools here.
That is correct, yes.
Okay, how do you feel after seeing this and seeing the students' reactions that this will impact our community and our school systems?
I'm very hopeful that it'll have a huge impact. You know, hearing it from Nick and hearing his story, and I just hope that kids leave here with some better knowledge and understanding that this is something that's very widespread, and if we just pay attention to what's going on, we can knock it out.
Great. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Let the community know about what's been going on with where you particularly pertain to.
Not really. This is kind of a new possession for me, so I just started this past January. It's kind of different, but at the same time, it's something that's very needed, and I'm very happy to be here. And I think just bridging that gap between our youth and the police, and just letting them know that there's people they can come talk to and we can help them out. So we're not just the bad guys that are out arresting people. We're actually out here to do some counseling and help people if they need it. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Sly, for speaking. Okay, we're here with Councilman Rick Berry right now. You've been one of the spearheaded people in this community bringing Nick to Madison. Tell us about this experience and why you were passionate about this.
Well, like you and I talked before, the business guys were concerned about the kids coming out of high school, that they weren't ready to join the workforce, that their self-esteem wasn't very good, that they needed direction, hope for the future. And I came across this video of Nick after speaking to the business guys, and I thought, man, what if we could get him to come to Madison? And one thing led to another, a couple phone calls, and a lot of work by a lot of people, and made it a reality. We're so proud that Madison got to be the first school to kick off this six school event tour over the next 4 days, and I think we did a great job. I mean, I think the kids were it wasn't a peep out of them. I mean, they were impacted, and that's the main thing. And hopefully, we'll see improvement in the future as the school year goes on, and on into the future.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys bringing them to Madison, especially. So, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Just thank you to Dave Ungrue, Katie Jenner, and many, many others that helped out. It couldn't have been done without people pitching in and helping, and the community. We had probably going to end up with close to $20,000 in donations. That's churches, businesses, private individuals, and it's just fantastic that Jefferson County stepped forward to put this on. The only school south of Marion County to have this event, and the first one to lead it off. Fantastic, Jefferson County and Madison.
All right, well, Nick Vujicic, Madison, Indiana. You've heard it from the students. We are going to be having the video later on for you to watch on WKMnews.com, so keep tuned for that. Also, thank you again for everyone that participated today. Thank you for all our viewers for watching WKMnews.com. Do remember to like us on Facebook and follow all our posts, and hit the Submit a Tip button at the top if there's anything you'd like to see that we don't currently cover. Thanks again, WKMnews.com. I'm Stefan DiLorenzo. Thanks for watching.